Jason Auburn 247. For you, how beneficial is a start, full game, all those things when you look back now, that experience? How beneficial is that moving forward?
I think it was great just coming in there and just getting that start, just playing the whole game. Kind of just gave me that confidence to know that I can go out there and do it. I think that was kind of one of my biggest things, just making sure, just knowing my preparation paid off, and it did. So it was just good to come out there, and now it's just really at the time to where I just go out there and just capitalize and execute even more on with that, if I'm giving more starts or just whatever my role is now. But getting that first start under my belt was just great, and just, I mean, as y'all saw, it was just an emotional, stressful game, by far the most stressful game I've ever been in. So I think that really got me prepared for anything that's coming now, so it was great.
Tobias?
Tobias Wolverine.com. What's up, brother? Everything good?
Yes, sir.
Good. First of all, how long did it take you to decompress after that game? And then talk to me about the benefits as well as maybe hassles of a two-quarterback system.
So, yeah, after that game, it was kind of just like, I just had to sit there for a minute in my room. I was just like, man, that game really just happened. Like, everything that happened, all the crazy events, crazy times. I just had to sit there, and I just went back and watched the film. I was just like, man, like, we did what we had to do to win. I was like, it wasn't pretty, but I mean, the SEC, you can take whatever win you want, whatever win you can get, as long as it's a W in the win column. So it was just great about that. And then, I mean, it's 2 QB system we have. Our coaches have it set up great, so I think it's a lot better than what a lot of schools do their 2 QB systems, because we go in knowing, and just we prep every week like we're the starter. Even if I'm not starting, I got to go in there and prepare like I'm the starter. So it's football. Anything can happen. You're always one play away from playing the whole game. So I think Coach Harsin, Coach Keys, Coach Hardline, the whole offensive staff has done a great job of just getting me and TJ prepared and just making sure we go out there and execute. And I would say we got to do a better job of it, but I definitely think we will, and we'll definitely see a turnaround.
Stoltz?
Brian Stoltz, Auburn Rivals. Have you ever been a part of a drive like that, the first drive where you just straight running the ball 14 straight times, and did you think you were playing for Air Force for a second?
Yeah, so we did that in high school before, just because, I mean, it was just, we wanted to establish a run early, just show we were physical and just get that push up front, and we got that. So, I mean, as a quarterback, yeah, you want to throw the ball, all that, but at the same time, you're the general, so you want to do whatever it takes to score. And we were just really good running the ball at that time. So it's like, if it's hot, why not keep going back to it? So I feel like that was really good just to be able to get that. And I think from now we'll be able to capitalize more and just O-line, get that more momentum, because those guys are coming. I mean, I love those guys to death, and they might not get the love they deserve, and everybody thinks down on them, but at the end of the day, those guys, I know they got my back and I got theirs no matter what goes on. So just getting those guys that momentum, just that confidence is really big, and I think that gave it to them. But those guys are coming. They work their butts off every single day, and I love all of them. So I thank them for what they do for me, what they do for this team, what they do for this program. So, I mean, it's just really good to see that and just see it all transpire.
Tom?
Robby, TomGreenell.com. I know you weren't here last year, so you can't always speak on the struggles down the stretch there, but just the last 2 weeks against Power 5 teams, what do you think you guys need to do better coming out of halftime to be more productive offensively?
I think we just got to come out and be more aggressive, just execute better. I think sometimes we come out there kind of hesitant, and that's not us. I would say we haven't been playing Auburn football to our standard, and when we lost to Penn State and we were able to come out with a win, but going into LSU, we know we can't do that. So we got to be clicking on all cylinders, offense and defensively. But defense has been playing our butts off, so it's really up to us now to be able to flip that switch and just get around that corner to be able to make us an all-around great team. And I think we're going to do it. I feel confident in this team. I feel confident in the game plan we got and the coaching staff we have. I mean, I feel like it's coming. I feel like this week is going to be the week.
Tobias?
Robby, have they talked to you about maybe not going as hard on blocking, or how do you go about that going forward?
Yeah, so that's just me being just a player. I mean, I want to do whatever for the team. So, but it's kind of learned my lesson a little bit. So I won't be as competitive, as hard going, but just trying to get my body out there just to set up a block, if any way. I mean, probably not trying to take it to the ground, but just a little push or something just to be able to create the space. So I think that's just the biggest thing, just making sure I stay good.
And how you feeling after?
Yeah, I feel fine, so I'm ready to go. Just making sure I keep the body right and just preparing. I mean, that's all it is to it.
Justin?
Robby, you had a pretty good connection with Coy on Saturday, and this is his first really big game here. What does he bring to that wide receiver room? And y'all has a passing game that that y'all might not have had beforehand.
Corey brings that fire to the room. I definitely love. From the time he stepped foot on campus, he just was a worker. I mean, one of the hardest workers I've ever seen. And those are one of the guys you love to have on your team because they come back, we come off sideline. He gives you great knowledge. He's a student of the game. He knows what's going on. If he does a certain thing, he'll tell you why he does it. So it's just great to see him, just all that work he put in, just pay off. And I mean, as it goes for the whole receiver room, we got dogs in that room. And we haven't been able to show it as much, but it's coming. And Coy just adds another dimension to that room. And we got a lot of ballers, and they're just waiting to pop out. And I think they will really soon. But Coy, I'm really proud of him. Just for the time and effort he put in, just coming from LSU to here, kind of with me, just transferring and just the adjustment he made, and just how he took everybody in, how we took him in, and he bought into the process. And so it was good to see that pay off on Saturday, and it's only up from here for Coy.
Nathan?
Robby, what was your relationship like with DJ when y'all were at Oregon, and then I guess how impressive and how good for him has it been for him to have such a good start to the season?
Yeah, DJ, that's been my dog. So that's been my dog for a while. And we kind of talked about coming and playing together. So, because he told me he was coming to Auburn early, and so I was like, okay, I liked it. Because that Auburn was where I wanted to come to. So just to see the progress he's made and just how much he's grown just from the time we were at Oregon to now is just impressive. Just see the weight he's put on, the speed, he's got more physical, and just his ball skills are insane. So, I mean, DJ is definitely in my opinion, one of the best corners in the nation. I feel like our whole DB room, I feel like our secondary is one of the best in the nation. But DJ definitely come a long way than a lot of people know. But it's just great to see my guy just going out there and just being him, just balling. So I love seeing it every Saturday. I tell him, hey, I need you for it. Every Saturday, I need you for it. He's like, I got you now. So it's just that connection we got. It's one of my boys. Chop it up every day. So it's great to see that.
Mark?
Yeah, you talked about how important it's going to be to make some more explosive plays with the passing game, try to get the ball in, field goal.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a given. We got to have more explosives in the passing game, and we got to have more in the run game. So that just comes to execution and just us going out there and doing what we know to do. So I definitely feel like it's coming. It's just a matter of time. It's kind of been slow these first 4 weeks, but I think we're in that gear now to where we know we can go out there and execute anything we run and just go out there and execute it on anybody. So now it's just putting the time in, we put in practice, just putting that time in and letting it transpire over to the game and just go out there and execute and just being us. I mean, that's all it is to it.
I want to ask you too about Holden. How do you think he did, considering he started the season 14 quarterback?
So I think Holden did a great job just coming out there when I went out. I mean, he prepares every week like he's a starter, like we all do. And just for him to be so young and just the knowledge and the wisdom he has to be so smart as a true freshman is great. And, I mean, he throws a great ball. I'd probably say he throws the best ball in the room. I think he probably throws the prettiest ball in the room. But just to see the progress he's made, too, from the time I got here until now, it's been great. He's a student of the game. He loves it. And just I really love how he came as a freshman. He had 3 older guys in front of him, but he didn't use that as an opportunity to just like be down and stuff. He used the opportunity to grow and just learn from all of us. And at the same time, we learn from him because he's smart. So 12 is going to be a great one. Hold's going to be a really good one here. And I'm excited to see what the future holds for him.
Last one?
Lance Dahl, Auburn Daily. Robby, can you talk about your relationship with the offensive line and what losing Tate Johnson means to that room?
Yeah, so, we lost Nick, and then Tate came in, stepped up in the role to be the center. And just losing him, that's big. I mean, when you think of the center, you think of the captain. But the O-line, I love those guys to death. I mean, they come out there, they work every single day. Coach Franz pushes them, and they don't get the love they deserve. Yeah, they might, and from the numbers-wise, but we got to help them out, too, as quarterbacks because they're blocking their butts off. They're doing everything they can. But I tell those guys every day how much I appreciate them, and they know, I feel like they know how much I do. And I feel like they appreciate me because I feel like we just go in there and we know we got to do this together. I mean, we can't go out there and it's just a one man. I mean, it starts with them, starts with me. So just that relationship I have with them is great. And like I said, I'll go to war for those guys any single day. So those guys know I got their back through thick and thin, whatever it is. Anybody's talking down on them, we don't care. Those boys know our whole team got them. So our O-line, I love those guys. So.
Sorry, I missed one more.
Sorry, one more. How comfortable are you running? I'm Brian Matthews on
Yes, sir.
Sports.com. How comfortable are you running the zone read? Is that a way you think you could maybe sort of get the running game going by doing a little bit more of that?
Yeah, I feel like it is just with me being able to pull it and get going. I feel like they can open up more holes for Tank, Quez, Damari, just for those guys, and just helping the line too, because it's got to take them out of certain fronts. They can't run certain stunts and stuff. A lot of teams want to run when you know the quarterback isn't a threat to move. So I feel like I can open up the run game a lot more, and I mean, just whatever I can do every week to be able to help us get in the end zone, help us to get positive yardage every single play. That's what I'm going to do. So if it takes me having to pull one down for only once a game, I mean, if that's going to be what it takes to get our backs the ball and just let them get in space and be able to create, that's what I'm going to do. And if it takes me 15 times to pull it for them to be able to break it for that one time, I'm going to do that. So just whatever it takes for the team to win. So.
Sorry, thank you, Robbie.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Appreciate it.